It's cold, man. It's so cold. Toony Tiger. All right, Clarabelle, do your thing. I don't feel like yelling right now. It's not in my, I'm not feeling it, you know? I'm just, shut! I have gags, I need that. We're good, okay, here we go. Why did I just get a Discord notification? I'm supposed to be in streamer mode. Huh? Discord notification threw me off. I went, huh? All right, Toony, I think we're gonna mix it up and actually buy something from the catalog today. What do you think? Something new, something refreshing? Take your pick. What looks good? You know what? Let's buy Toony some presents. Here you go. For Christmas, because it's Christmas time. I'm so proud of you, Toony. Merry Christmas, Toony. And now you've got 33 jelly beans. Brother, how do you keep losing jelly beans? So poor. I feel it, brother. Me too, me too. All right, everything looks good. Let's do literally something else. Here we go. Can I do a 3-story Cellbot building in Minnie's Melody Land with a tune with 75 laugh or less? Let's find out. Man, that's a tall order. But hey, you need what you need. The heart wants what the heart wants. Am I right, guys? So while I figure out if I can come across somebody randomly to help me or if I can simply just hop on another tune on another account, I want to say, what's up, guys? Thank you for watching Toony the Tiger episode 90-something. 93? I think I know how to count. If I knew how to count, you think I would be making Toontown videos? All of these are cash bot. But it is just about Christmas time, depending on when I decide to edit and upload this. Maybe it's on Christmas, maybe it's before Christmas. Hopefully it's not after Christmas, because then it means I'm slacking. But it is one of the most wonderful times of the year in Toontown. All the streets are paved with snow. And I don't know what it is, but I feel like Toontown is just more fun to play around Christmas time. It's like, it's not like that Toontown does anything specifically different. I just feel like it's more fun to play around this time. But maybe that's just me. What do you guys think? Maybe some people are like, hey, it's best played in summertime. I don't know why, but summertime got me feeling all the feelings. And so when I'm playing in summer, it's just better. For me, it's Christmas. I think that's the best time to play Toontown. And I am not finding anything more than 2 stories here. Imagine not having anything better than a 2-story building, man. Got a couple more buildings to check. Oh boy, another 2-story. What's this down here? I wonder. Oh boy, 1 story. Mixing it up a bit, I guess, huh? Oh wait, legal eagles? I think I need that. Hold on. Do I need that? I do need that. Okay, we're halting everything. We're going to the legal eagle district right now. Cancel all my plans. We're fighting legal eagles now. So since I've decided to do that, let me tell you some stories because that's all I ever do while I sit here and drink my G Fuel, even though it's like 8 o'clock at night and I'm gonna be up until 5 a.m. now. To be fair though, this is like the best flavor ever. Mega Man Blue Slushy. It's so good. I can't even deny it. It's so good. But let me tell you the dangers of having back problems because that's what I've been suffering through lately. A couple weeks ago, right after I made the last Toony the Tiger episode, I had this issue where I sat down to stream and I had a good stream and I tried to stand up and it hurt and I couldn't move and I had no idea what happened, but my back would not straighten up. And maybe it was the way I was sitting, maybe it was something I ate, maybe a little organism crawled into my skin and pinched a nerve or something. I don't know. But like my back was in so much pain, I physically couldn't stand up. And when I did stand up, I looked like that old guy from Robots who has like that hunchback. You know what I'm talking about? He's walking around like this, you know? That's how I was walking around. And the only time I remember my back ever being that bad was this one time, maybe 2 to 3 years ago when I was watching football. And while watching football, I decided I was gonna have a little snack. That snack being a pallet of nachos that was designed for 4 people. So I had 4 people's worth of nachos, which means I had 4 people's worth of sodium and salt. It was from Taco Bell, and when you order it, there's even this like little sodium warning that says this is not meant to be consumed by 1 person. You have been warned. And I ate the whole thing, and then my back hurt for like 5 days after that. I legit thought I was going to die. Like I thought it was to the point where I was like, maybe I should go to a hospital. If only I had better insurance. You know what I'm saying? God bless America. What does he want now? Earn 500 jelly beans on the trolley? This is rigged. Guess we're playing the trolley. How do you keep track of 500 jelly beans? Like you have to like actually add it up in your mind. It doesn't tell you how much you've gotten. You have to just guess until you've done it. So anyway, don't eat a bunch of sodium. It will hurt your back. And I thought maybe that was the case again here, but I don't remember eating a lot of sodium. Like I had a couple Taco Bell burritos, but that's not enough to like induce back pain. Oh, I got double jelly beans. Now that's handy. I forgot about that. That helps count towards the task. So I'm about to get real dizzy here. So the day I had this tremendous back pain was the day that my dad was kind enough to inform me that his neighbor had gotten me a couple tickets to the Pac-12 championship game that was taking place at Allegiant Stadium, which is here in Las Vegas. And my dad's friend was able to muster up 4 tickets so that me and my friends could go see this college football game. But 2 things occurred that night. Number 1, my back hurt so much I could not stand up. And number 2, all my friends were busy. Like all of them. Like one of them was like, I promised I'd hang out with my girlfriend. Like one of them wasn't even physically here. He went on a trip. And then another one was all like college football. I don't really want to do that. So I had to end up going by myself. And again, since they were free tickets, I would be stupid to not take advantage of that. I call an Uber. The Uber shows up and I'm hobbling into the Uber. The Uber starts telling me about how she doesn't love her husband anymore. And she's going to a cookout with her neighbors and how her son's a disappointment, but she kind of tolerates her daughter. It was kind of a wild ride, guys. And she pulls up to Allegiant Stadium and I can't really get out right then and there because of the fact that, okay, I hate this game. This is getting a fat skip. Fatter than that tune I was taking pictures of, you know? And she pulls up, and because she can't get to the front of the stadium because everybody is trying to like get in, she has to pull up like a block away, and I end up hobbling like an entire block and a half just to get to the stadium. It's tragic. Also, I hate this game so much. I want to talk, not think about where things are hidden. I could do it. I could finish Toon Memory Game. Hate it here. So I hobble over to the front gate, hobble in, hobble to my seat, and I sit down, and there's like this older guy next to me that's all like, hey, so you got all these seats to yourself? And I'm like, yeah. And since none of my friends showed up, he was wondering if he could use a couple of seats for his kids because his kids had to sit like on the other side of the aisle. And I was like, hey, feel free, man. I'm not using them. What do you think I'm gonna do? Sprawl out to stretch out my back? But I watched a good football game. I like football, you know? No matter who's playing, good football is good football. And I forgot to mention this in the video, but I did end up finding the Twitch lounge at Allegiant Stadium, and they just had like armed security there, making sure nobody got in unless you had a ticket for it. And so I just wasn't allowed in, and I looked up later how much prices were for those seats, and it's like $1,300, and I'm like, that's just not worth it, no. Okay, back to the video. And then after the game was over, I hobbled a whole 2 blocks over to try to find a spot where Uber prices weren't more than college tuition, which seemed impossible because I got like 3 blocks over to the Canes and it was still like $80 for an Uber. And I was like, ah ha 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 ha, no. So I sat in Canes for an hour until Uber prices dropped because that's the world we live in, guys. And then my back proceeded to hurt for the next 2 weeks and it still hurts now. Not as much as it did. I can stand up straight now and I can even have some normal movements. There's just pain while I'm having those movements. So I don't know what it is about back pain specifically that once you have back pain, the smallest back pain sticks with you for the longest time. You know, you cut your finger and it's ouchy, but then it's better by the end of the day. Back pain lingers. It's awful. Hate it. Speaking of sports, what else is happening in sports? The Packers are still tragic. Let me give you a piece of advice. If you're ever going to be a personality on the internet, big or small, whether it's for Toontown or not, never tell anyone what your favorite sports team is because they will make fun of you forever and ever and ever and ever about it. Doesn't matter what the team is because there is going to be a point in time where every team loses. That's just how sports works. Rarely, if ever, anyone goes undefeated forever and ever and ever. So if you tell people what your favorite sports team is, the moment that sports team does bad, they pounce on that. And then they let you know how bad your sports team is. I actually need 38 more. That's so tragic. So close. So I've grasped that the Packers are bad this year. However, there's still a slim hope they make the playoffs. It's super slim. But they won their last 2 games, and now they play on Christmas in Miami, and they've just never played well in the heat, even though it's, you know, December and it's not really going to be hot there. But you know what I'm saying. Here's hoping they can at least play decently. Probably not. And you know what? It's okay. Sometimes your sports team has to lose to teach you a little bit of humility. You know what I mean? I like talking about sports here. I remember there was a comment I got on a YouTube video one time for Toony the Tiger where someone was all like, bro, every time he talks about sports, I just mute it and I just watch the gameplay. And I'm like, huh? You're watching this for the gameplay? Dude, I'm playing Maze Game. There's nothing interesting about the Maze Game, I promise you. How is that interesting? Sports is great because it's something a lot of people can connect over. Even if you don't have the same favorite team, you can both at least connect over how well your teams are doing and how y'all hate the other team because of the fact that Tom Brady's on that team and everybody hates Tom Brady, you know? You know how many people I've connected with our mutual hatred of Tom Brady? I'm pretty sure that one of the reasons I'm dating my girlfriend right now is because we both hate Tom Brady. I think that's the one thing that really truly connected us. Not the fact that we both like Taco Bell, not the fact that we both love video games, not the fact that we make the same corny jokes to each other as if we were reading each other's minds. I think it's truly our hatred for Tom Brady that brought us together. I'm gonna take that hatred for Tom Brady to my grave. 3 boss cogs. Oh boy. I might just ignore doing the buildings and go for like a VP. So I gotta go Zapwood for a VP real quick. Here we go. And I get to run all the way there because I love this game. Hey, it's the snowman. Hey, Mr. Snowman. He doesn't say anything. I wonder if the snowman locations are the same or not, because like I made a video a million years ago about the snowman locations, and if they're not accurate anymore, I'll happily like private that video because it's not helping anybody right now. I've actually had to private so many videos, and I'm considering privating more at the beginning of the year just because I'm like, new year, new me, etc, etc. And a lot of the videos I still have up are just still irrelevant. So there's like a lot of old videos that I privated, like Among Us and Call of Duty and stuff, that I just felt didn't match the tone of my channel currently. But then there was like a lot of other videos that I privated that were Toontown related just because they seemed irrelevant or they didn't matter anymore. Toontown 2.0 video that doesn't mean anything anymore because we've had 1,000,005 updates since then. And then there's some videos I just had a bad attitude in, and I mean like worse than the one I have now. I apologize still. I'm a little like sometimes, so forgive me. But one of my like New Year's resolutions, I suppose, since we're talking about it, I just want to do better as a content creator, you know? And better doesn't necessarily mean more views. Better is like a quality thing. I want to make sure things I'm uploading are well done. I want to make sure things I'm uploading are things that I would watch again and again. And some of the videos I have are like that, and some of the videos I have are not like that, and that's why I private them and I work on trying to make them better. Toony the Tiger is a series that's just kind of a progression of who I am over time, so I'm happy to leave that up, and you can see how I shifted from a fat whiny kid to a skinnier, less whinier kid. But I think some of the others I definitely consider getting rid of. I know one thought was to have an entire unlisted playlist where you could just go through and find the one you're looking for if you can get to the playlist on my channel, but that way it's not coming up in searches, because the biggest issue I have is when just a completely irrelevant video is popping up on people's recommended, when instead it could be a more relevant video, if that makes sense. And here's what I'm talking about. This is just my regular recommended videos on my secondary channel. One of the things that pops up is Toontown in 2022, which I will probably private as soon as the new year comes around, because then it's no longer 2022 and the video is no longer relevant. But also, this video kind of sucks. When you click on this video, it doesn't give you a firm understanding of what my channel is or what it stands for. It's me gardening and talking for 12 minutes, and there isn't a whole lot of extra editing. There's not a lot of humor. It's just me talking about where Toontown is, and for some reason it has 38,000 views. So if I can make that same idea but better come January, I would love to. I would love to have a video called Toontown in 2023, and it's me making jokes and still relaying some information, but doing it in a more fun, lighthearted way. And that's what I'm hoping to accomplish there. And we are still waiting on a group. Holy cow. I'm going to join another group. I don't know what's going on with this group and why it's not filling up, but there was a secondary group that was created and has way more people already. I don't know. That's insane to me. I'm ditching one group for another group. All right, let's go. But here's the tricky part of New Year's resolutions. New Year's resolutions are tough because you're trying to commit to changing something about yourself for the entire year. Goals are hard when they're that big. What really helps, and I promise you, is to not just have a New Year's resolution, but a new month's resolution. Every month for the next year, come up with a new goal to hit for that month. So for me, instead of saying I'm gonna hit 50,000 subscribers next year, which it might be a little tough, but I'm gonna try, I wanna say let's try to hit 30,000 by the end of the first month, right? And that gives me a more tangible goal to hit. Instead of saying I'm gonna get rid of my depression next year, you do something like I'm going to incorporate one thing into my everyday routine that makes me feel better about myself. And maybe that won't cure your depression, but it gets you a step closer. And you do that every month for the whole year, and now you're closer to reaching that overall goal than you were before. And even if you don't reach that overall goal, guess what? You've made some progress at least. I'm gonna train drop. Sorry, not sorry. Here we go. And the number 2 thing that's tricky about New Year's resolutions is that people tend to use it as an excuse. They say, well, I'm gonna be better next year. And then once they fail the first month of the year, they decide that they don't want to be better anymore, and then they put it off until the next year again. When it really comes down to it, if you're gonna make a New Year's resolution and you've still got another week to do so, start now. Why wait a whole week? Why give yourself that buffer time of like, well, I'll do it next year. These are my cheat days. Now, you want to push towards a goal, you want to better yourself, you want to better your situation, start now. And the fact of the matter is, many people who say they're gonna wait until the new year end up not even starting in the new year, and then they push it more, and then they push it more, and then they never get around to doing it. If you can get yourself to start right now, you're gonna be in a much better place, I promise you. I'm getting all the drop training today. Let's go. But while I got you guys here, I got a couple more funny stories to tell because of course I do, right? So let me tell you about the funny mishap that was everybody visiting my house at the same time. So my good friend and roommate Poutine didn't realize that he was going to have a friend visiting. He thought she was joking when she messaged him, hey, I'm gonna go hang out at your house for a weekend. And he's like, okay, bet, do it. And she's like, okay, I will, thinking she wouldn't do it because this woman has never really committed to anything in her whole entire life. And then she bought a plane ticket and took a picture of it and messaged it to him, and he went, oh no, she's serious. And then told the rest of the household about it, and we went, oh, so we're having a guest, huh? Which I guess isn't that big of a deal if Poutine wants to have a guest over, and he's welcome to do that. He's a part of the household and he can do that. But on the same hand, my parents called me being all like, hey, so your uncle's coming into town around Christmas and he might need a place to stay because he might not be in the best part of his life at the moment. Is it cool if he stays with you? And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess we got a couch or something. Around Christmas doesn't sound too bad. I'm sure we can manage that, right? Guess who happens to show up the same exact day as Poutine's friend? Yeah! The plus side is Michael wasn't here because he was on his 5 million trips. The fact that I'm recording this video while Michael is here is actually an anomaly because he's usually not here more than he is here. Matter of fact, at the time of recording this, Michael is leaving in 2 days to go back home for Christmas. And by the time you see this video, he's already gonna be home. So, kind of ironic, isn't it? So we were able to finesse trying to get everyone together and be like, okay, well, he can sleep here, she can sleep there, and just trying to sort out how everybody is going to fit in the house for that weekend. I, for the most part, just stayed in my room the whole time and just didn't get in the middle of anyone's business. And you know what? That works out for me usually. Can't complain with that. But man, the panic on everybody's face when they were like, wait, but he's showing up, wait, but she's showing up, but then where are we gonna put them? Huh? That was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. It was a little funny. So shout out my uncle. David, if you're out there, I love you, brother. It was nice seeing you for a minute. Sorry that I didn't hang out with you. I'm busy all the time. If I'm not working, I'm working. That's just how it is. Now that we're done with this side of the VP, I have one more story for you guys. One more. Uno mas. I keep right-clicking thinking that this is going to be like Clash, and it's not. And actually, before I tell you this story, I have to figure out how to get my friend to cancel an order he made because he misinterpreted what I asked for Christmas. And I find that just kind of a little bit funny. But anyway, let me tell you guys about how I snuck into the eSports Awards. Yeah! Not really snuck in, but I'm surprised they allowed me in. I put it on my Instagram story not too long ago, and I've shouted that out a million times. I don't need to shout that out again. But the eSports Award has annually been this award show where they honor the best and greatest in esports. So 100 Thieves, Optic, FaZe Clan, C9, all the video games everywhere, whether it's Call of Duty, Valorant, League of Legends, Dota, even mobile games for some reason. And then I guess content creators and personalities are there too sometimes as well. They see themselves as the Oscars of gaming, even though there's already like the Streamies and the Game Awards. And it's like, y'all can't be the Oscars of gaming. You guys gotta settle on one. Pick one. But they take themselves very seriously. It's black tie and everything, invite only. So how I got an invite is actually kind of insane. I'm not sure. It actually has to do with getting a press pass, something that Michael does all the time. If you ever keep up with Michael on Twitter, which you totally should, follow him at _Smirky, follow him, because I like shouting out my homies. He constantly gets like these free badges to like PAX and award ceremonies and anything and everything under the sun. He's at like a convention every other month, maybe even every month. I don't know, he's gone a lot. It seems like he's not here more than he is here. So he's like, hey, this is in Vegas, you should try to sign up for it too. And so I was like, hey, listen, technically I have more followers than Michael, so maybe I can schmooze my way into also applying for this press badge and being able to see an awards show for free. Why not? So I filled out the info and they sent me an email and they're like, hey, you're in. And I went, really? So both Michael and I got to go to the eSports awards, and he had a nice suit on and I was wearing blue jeans and gross Converse. They're all dirty. And it was because of this event that I decided to buy myself a new suit. I got a picture right here. I don't think I'll look that good in it, but I'm gonna try, and once I get it, I'll take some pictures. We'll find out. I already bought that though. Didn't even cost that much. But anyway, eSports awards. I go in looking like I'd rolled up from the hood, and I'm like sitting there taking pictures with my phone, being all like, yes, I belong here. But it was a really neat evening, surrounded by a bunch of people in tuxedos, where I was wearing blue jeans and a sweater, being able to just, you know, see the different people who were nominated for like eSports Player of the Year and eSports Team of the Year. And I was thinking about making a whole video on it, and then I lost motivation to make a whole video on it, so I went, oh. And now I think the time has passed where it's not too relevant to make a video about it anymore, so now I'm just making this video, and this video is me talking about having gone, so therefore it qualifies what I did as far as my press coverage goes. Hey guys, guess what? I went to the eSports awards and it was okay. They didn't kick me out even though I was severely underdressed, and it led to me buying a better suit. And then I got to meet Nadeshot, who I've followed for like 13 years because I watched him during Black Ops 1 when he was playing Call of Duty with Optic. And because he's very popular and very busy, I didn't get longer than 20 seconds with him, but I had a nice 20 seconds where I stopped him and I was like, hey, Nadeshot, just want to let you know I've been following you for a ton of years since you've been with Optic doing competitive Call of Duty on Black Ops 1 with these guys like Merc and Big Timer and Scumpy. His head just kind of shoots back because he's like, dude, you just gave me like the hardest whiplash, man. Those were some crazy days. But it's really cool to just see how much gaming has evolved and how far people in gaming have come. There's some dudes out there that were just playing little competitive Call of Duty for little tournaments where they, you know, win $50 or something, and now they're literally running esports organizations with their own energy drink line, making millions and millions of dollars. And it's crazy. And just how much can change for one person in such a little amount of time, right? How fast did Quackity blow up and get tons and tons of followers? It can happen to anybody. It's crazy. So I don't know. Stuff like that gives me hope and motivation to continue doing what I'm doing here. So I don't think Toontown will ever put anyone on the map, but it's always been a fun thing that I've liked to share with you guys. So between this and the other videos I've been pushing out, we could always hope to try our best. You know what I'm saying? But my stomach is giving me the rumblies, so let me do one more like level 9 Cellbot maybe, and then I'm gonna finish up this video. Maybe not as long as the other ones, but that's okay. I wanted to get something quick right before Christmas for you guys. Let you know that I'm still here and I'm still playing, and I want to make good content for you guys. I'm in the middle of playing Dragon Ball Z right now to make a fun little Dragon Ball Z video, and then next year there's a lot of new video games coming out that I'd love to make videos on all of them. Plus some videos on like other games that are just near and dear and beloved to some people's heart. I think I have Firewatch on my list as something I wanted to do soon, because I haven't played that game in like 6 years, and oh man, it'd be great to play that one again. Oh, what the frick, dude? I know whenever Toontown does something new or I come up with a good idea, I'm going to be making a Toontown video on that. That's guaranteed. I'd like to ask you guys right now if there's any game you guys would like to see me cover and make a funny video for. What would that game be? It could literally be anything: multiplayer, single player, old, new, Wizard 101, Kingdom Hearts 2, indie games, AAA, anything you could think of. If there's a game that you'd be like, I'd like to see Mega Snoop make fun of that game, leave a comment right now down below. That'd be cool. Thank you. Because I already have a really long list of games, and so the game that you choose may already be on that list, but by putting it in the comments section, it may just move up that list to be played sooner. Does that make sense? Is that cool? I look back on it and I did like 40 plus this year, which is pretty close to like one a week. I'm shocked I did that because that's a lot of video games to play and that's a lot of editing to do. So 40 plus in 1 year? I was only starting in March. I want to do even more the next year. So fingers crossed we can continue to do that, and you guys are along on the journey with me. So I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Anybody who's still here, I'll be honest, I didn't really like my God of War video. I wish I could have redone that, but I absolutely love the way that I did my Pokemon Scarlet Violet video. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. I think it's actually good, and that's the quality I want to set for myself here on out making these new videos, you know? The stomach rumbling is getting to me a little too much now, so I think I'm gonna call it here. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Look at all these people smacking each other in the middle of Donald's Dreamland, making my game die. Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm so hungry. Leave a like. Thank you.